Hey neighbours!
Chiara? Hi, wow, we haven't talked for like a year, 2 years?
Yo, what up?
True, yeah. It's funny that we live on the same floor, but we hardly run into each other anymore.
Well, how are you both doing? Chiara, you done with poly yet? Evan, still in JC?
I'm a #Corona graduate now.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be having my A levels this year. Ugh.
Oh jeez. I'm also a Corona graduate. Actually, I just started a new job a few months back, but, COVID layoffs.
Oof. Sorry Alex, that sucks.
Damn. Any luck on other jobs?
Not really, to be honest. I'm thankful for all the free time though. I'm watching all the things.
Oh, same. Thanks to YouTube, I've really gotten into trying so many new things, like cooking and baking. I can't wait for my electric whisk so I won't have to mix my meringues by hand by an hour anymore.
Wow. Busy peeps. Don't forget to take a break sometimes, okay?
Well, what about you, Chiara?
Well, I've picked up a new hobby. Have either of you heard of Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh, I think I've heard of it.
Huh? Is that like a board game?
No. Dungeons and Dragons, or D&D, is a multiplayer role-playing game where you play with and against your friends at the same time. You get to dive into various worlds of your own making, whether it's a high fantasy medieval world or a futuristic sci-fi world, where you explore and complete quests together. And that entire duration is called a campaign. It's like MapleStory but in real life, and you get so much more freedom to do what you want to. We could play it together if you guys are looking for something to fill up your time during Circuit Breaker.
MapleStory, wow. That brings me back. That sounds so cool. I'd love to.
Yeah, I'll be keen to join too.
Yay! So the way it works is that each game can last about 3 to 5 or even 7 hours, or more than that honestly, depending on what we're doing, and whether or not we want it to be a full campaign. A full campaign means we come together every week and we work through the quests, and I've heard that there's a campaign out there which only finally wrapped up after 30 years. Not that I'm suggesting we do that, I'm only listing examples. If not a full campaign, we can do something called a one-shot, which means it's a quicker, one-time adventure. So, what are you guys up for? Something to tide us through the Circuit Breaker? Or something shorter?
I mean, if it's only for a few hours every week, I can do that.
Sure, something for Circuit Breaker so that we don't lose our minds.
Alright, I'll get back to you guys with a few ideas, and both of you can let me know if you want anything else in there. It's really nice talking to you guys again after so long.
Same here.
Hey, I've missed having fun things to do, so thanks a lot for this, Chiara.
Oh, you're welcome, you guys.
There has been so much homework. So much! There's something for every subject I'm taking. I have to do 2 essays for GP every week, and at least 7 tutorials each for math, chemistry, and bio. And for some reason, they also want our project work to reflect on Circuit Breaker, as if we don't think enough about it while living through it. I swear I am this close to dropping my H2 math to H1. On top of it all, I have no choice but to stay at home. God. So, to de-stress, I've decided to try baking. My first ever recipe was vanilla cupcakes because, well, the consequences aren't too catastrophic if you over or under mix your batter. You can even inject some personality into it with fancy decorations once you get better. And, well, let me tell you, once I started with the cupcakes, I couldn't stop. I've made muffins, cakes, tarts. Oh, my best pass yet was definitely the lavender Earl Grey pound cakes I made yesterday. I think I'm ready to move into more experimental territory soon. Baking is something I always look forward to now, whenever my homework is driving me nuts. It feels like it's the only time I'm ever able to focus on what I'm doing, where distractions aren't waiting around every corner to pounce on me. I'm sure I have some medicine to keep me focused, but I don't want to take it unless I have to, you know. It's fine. I'm coping fine right now, mostly. I want to ration them out for when my A-levels get closer, or for the actual exam, anyway. Can't have them running out before it gets here, right? Have I mentioned I hate being at home? I really hate being at home. It's extremely crowded with my parents and my older brother and sister. My parents keep asking for my help around the house when they know I'm really stressed with school. Not to mention their blatant disregard when I try to establish a boundary, but they need to knock on my door before entering. Yeah, they knock, but it's like their hand is already trained on the doorknob before their fist even touches the door. Not even half a second passes after the knock, and they're already coming in. I'm not even allowed to lock my door either, or they'll kick up a fuss about it. Honestly, I've had to resort to moving my homework to the kitchen to get any semblance of privacy. Somehow it gets less traffic than the bedroom. Is it because my mom doesn't think I'm studying hard enough? It literally feels like she cares more about my A-levels than she does about me. Suddenly she's like super dedicated to my well-being. Every single time I see her, it's, "You always sleep so late, no wonder you don't have enough energy to study. Eat more veggies, that will help with your memory." Or, "You better call your cousin to help you with this tutorial." If I wasn't tired before, I'm burnt out after I just listen to her ramble on and on. I know she's doing it out of concern, but it's just piling on the stress, okay? It's not like I'm going to forget that I'm taking my A's this year. I'm more than aware that it's really, really important and I have to ace it no matter what. Every teacher, every parent, every adult keeps going on and on about how important it is to study for it. I'm trying, I really am, but here's the thing. Saying that you need to study harder over and over again doesn't help me, or anyone who's taking their A's this year for that matter, especially with COVID. Like, can something actually useful be said for once? Maybe something like, "Here's a pick-me-up snack," or "Allow yourself to take a break," or "You're doing your best, and that's what matters." Sometimes people actually need to hear something nice, something heartfelt. It's all a cliche anyways, I guess. I miss seeing my friends in person. Texting, Zooming, it just isn't the same. I think it has to do with the reality of seeing them in front of your eyes, so that you believe that they're real and not just a figment of your imagination. I hate that we've grown distant, and that everyone seems to be so happy to be at home, hanging out with their families. Everyone except me. If only my friends and I were all staying in one huge house together, right? We'd all be supportive and understanding of one another, and, actually get along. I really don't want to lose them. It was almost like fate that Chiara and Alex came back into my life. I had actually been thinking about the times we used to play hide and seek in the void deck when I was in primary school, just the day before Chiara revived the chat. Having something to look forward to every week is really nice too, but I just don't know how I'm going to balance it on top of my current workload.